Hello, and welcome back to another notes video. So last time we talked about what culture kind of is. I introduced the idea of culture to you, the way people live, their customs, traditions, religion, politics, everything that makes up that culture. And today we're going to talk about cultural change because it happens quite a bit. So many different cultures borrow ideas from each other, and this has happened for thousands of years. So we've always been influencing other cultures either through, like, forcefully through colonization and things like that, or just through like merging of ideas over time. So many cultures borrow ideas from each other and adapt to new ways of doing things based on those cultural ideas. So many forces can cause different cultural changes in an environment. So technology is one of those things, and now we think of technology as like just cell phones and laptops and things like that. But technology is actually the skills and tools that people use. So cell phones and laptops and things like that can fit into that, but it's more than just that. It's like the tools we use. Um, it's the way we build our buildings. It's the way we communicate with each other, things like that. So technology can cover a lot of bases. And technology has been a huge influence in how cultures have been changing over time, especially now with how our technology is. It's easier to communicate and things like that. So I'll talk about that more in the next slide. It's led to a lot of cultural change. Changing environment is another thing that can affect cultural change. For example, when white people came to America and kind of pushed the Native Americans off of their native land, we killed a ton of their buffalo. And they had to adapt to this new environment of not having the buffalo to hunt. So, different changes in environment can affect cultural change. New ideas can also affect cultural change. For example, climate change has become a huge thing in recent years since like the 90s. Um, so now we are pushing towards more reusable energy, renewable energy, recycling, things like that to kind of save our planet. Diffusion is a word that you should know. So, this word means the movement of customs or ideas from one place to another. Like I said, that can occur peacefully or forcefully. So, diffusion kind of has to do with the cultural change because we are, influencing another culture through our customs and ideas. So, like I said, I'm going to talk about new technologies threatening culture a little bit. So, recent technology has quickened change in different cultures across the world. Recently, because we have this advanced transportation and communication now, it has increased contact among different cultures that we've never had before. You can go on Google and find information about pretty much any culture you want to, right? You can learn about their different customs, traditions, everything is on the internet. So it has increased our contact among different cultures. A lot of people are influenced by American culture across the world and are adapting to different Western ideologies and things like that. So there are some positives to new technologies being introduced into certain cultures, like in third world countries and things like that. They have access to better medicine because they are more connected with the world than they ever have been. And we have better and faster trade, which means that we have more goods available to more people across the globe. Um, I could order something from China and it'll be here in a few weeks, right? You can get anything from anywhere around the world. Some negatives of new technologies are loss of tradition in some cultures, so they're losing their traditional um, customs, their traditional way of doing things, and there's a loss of traditional values in cultures. So it's becoming more like homogenous as a world. We are all kind of adapting to a new way of culture. Our norms are changing, things like that. So